Hi, I'm Tom Zelenka. Now, I'm just a beginner in the kitchen. In every episode of Carolina Cooking, I meet a different chef from a famous restaurant in the Carolinas who'll teach me to cook their secret recipes in just 30 minutes or less. Really good.
Welcome to Carolina Cooking, shot on location at the mansion on Forsyth Park and the 700 Kitchen Cooking School. Now, here's your host, Tom Zelenka.
Hi, welcome to Carolina Cooking. I'm your host, Tom Zelenka, and this is the show where we bring the top chefs from top restaurants in North and South Carolina and sometimes Georgia, and we bring them to teach me how to make their incredible dishes. Today we're making Pollo al Marche, and I am having to be tutored through this whole thing because I am not an expert in the kitchen. I'm not even a novice. I'm like less than novice when in the kitchen, and so we have to bring in an expert, and we have brought in a chef who is going to teach me how to make Pollo al Marche. His name is Darren Sainert, and he is here from the 700 Kitchen Cooking School in Savannah, Georgia, at the mansion on Forsyth Park. And Darren, this looks incredible. I don't know how I'm going to do this.
Actually, very simple. It's a stuffed chicken breast.
Okay.
It's an Italian-inspired dish. Stuffed with caramelized onions. We get lots of good flavor in there, lots of bold flavors, but it's going to be nice and light.
Well,
So,
let's give it a shot.
You can eat
What's the
lots of
first
it.
thing I
So,
can destroy?
First thing you're going to destroy is this onion. We need to slice up
Alrighty.
some onions. Now, we're going to do a julienne of onion, and julienne is a long strip. A lot of people tend to, when they cut an onion, they cut it into half moons. We're going to first cut that from top to bottom. This is our North Pole there.
North Pole, South Pole?
Yep, split it. There
Did
you
I
go.
do that wrong?
Yeah, it's stick your hands on both sides, that way you stabilize it.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and peel off the skin there.
This part I hate. I just can never
Just
do this
gotta
part.
and people always say, well, how much do I take? You know, just get rid of all the papery skin. Sometimes that
Okay.
thicker layer underneath is also papery as well.
Alrighty.
In the waist. And now we're going to cut this lengthwise. Most people want to cut like this, but then you end up with these odd half moon shapes.
Okay.
This time we're gonna cut off the root end. We're gonna get rid of that. And then we're going to follow those lines, and we're just going to quick, short strokes lengthwise down that onion. You want to kind of angle a little bit.
Angle a little bit.
You can see you're getting those big. Yeah, there you go.
Too much?
Yep. On the sides you angle, and then what you do is you flip it over that way, and then we hold our knife at that angle still. When you go straight down on the sides, you end up with these big C-type shapes.
I see. I gotcha. Okay. So. That's nice and julienne. Now some.
We're going to heat up our pan here.
Alrighty.
And to this, we're going to add our olive oil.
Alrighty.
You want to squirt in about 3 tablespoons of olive oil.
3 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3-ish.
There you go.
All right.
Always carefully measure.
Yep,
Heat
absolutely.
that up. Now we've got lots of other onions. It takes quite a bit because the onions are going to cook down. So you want about 2 medium large onions, or 3 smaller type onions.
And how long does this take?
We're going to add those. It's going to take about 15 minutes to cook down.
Okay.
We want those to get nice and caramelized. Go ahead and add those.
All right. And some of these, or are we
go ahead and add some of those too.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I'll get one of mine.
The more we have, the more filling we can fill in there. And you can always put it in the refrigerator and use it later on. So you can have it as extra for later in the week.
So those are going to need to cook. What's the next step?
We're going to cook those down. Now we need to heat up and infuse our olive oil for the sauce. The sauce on this is actually just a warm lemon and olive vinaigrette.
Okay.
But to our olive oil, we want to infuse that with some garlic and some basil. So I'm going to turn on the heat on this small saute pan.
Fantastic.
Go ahead and add. That's extra virgin olive oil. Normally when we cook, we use a standard olive oil because the fruitiness of the extra virgin olive oil, that kind of sharp flavor of it.
This looks like a lot.
3/4 of a cup.
Right about like that?
Yep.
All right, fantastic.
The extra sauce that we have is great for dipping bread in. So if you have extra, don't worry about it.
Alrighty.
And we're just going to turn that heat on low.
Alright.
And because we're not going to heat this really high, the extra flavor quality of that oil isn't going to be destroyed.
Okay,
Now,
what's next?
basil. We're going to add some basil to that. We're going to use some of this later on, so we don't want to add all of it. About 3 leaves or so, 3 or 4 leaves.
I have some of this growing. I'm trying to grow some fresh.
You know, the best way to store it when you cut it is to leave some stems on it and just put it in a glass on your countertop. Just treat it like a bunch of flowers.
Okay.
And it'll last nice and long in your fridge, about a week or so.
Okay.
Actually on your countertop. And then crunch this up. That's going to help release the oils.
Alrighty, crunch
Smell that, you get a lot more flavor and aroma coming out that way. And that's going to help infuse more flavor when we get it put in there.
Alrighty.
So crunch that up. We're just going to throw that in there. And then we need to do our garlic.
Our garlic.
We're going to trim the little root end off of the garlic.
Okie dokie.
And
that would be that end?
That's the little rough end.
Alrighty.
Yep. And then we're going to slice the garlic in about 2 or 3 pieces per clove.
Long ways?
Yep, one. Stop for a moment. So that we don't slice your fingertips off. No manicures today.
Okay.
Put the knife down and step away from the cutting board. Okay. There we
Been
go.
relieved. Okay.
There we go. Now, if you
All
put
right.
it over that way, if you put it this way, it's going to wobble around.
I gotcha.
Okay.
So
there we go.
1,
Just,
2,
there you
3,
go.
cut through.
Yep. And
All
I'll
right.
do one here. And
Okay.
you can go ahead and toss that into the oil there.
Fantastic. Is that good?
And
Need one more?
Sure. You can always never have
I'm going to
enough
live
there.
dangerously now. I'm going to do it upside down.
Oh,
It's wobbling.
gonna-
Oh, crazy guy.
Well,
Crazy.
I bet you ran with scissors too, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
probably.
Hey, we're going to saute the onions. Now, when we come back, we're going to go ahead and get the stuffing for the chicken made, and we're going to go ahead and stuff that bird when we continue with Carolina cooking. So, just stir right here.
Yeah, we do just a little bit. You don't want it to stir too much, otherwise it's going to...
You can find the secret recipes of the best chefs in the Carolinas, all in one book, the Carolina Cooking Cookbook. Find the Carolina Cooking Cookbook in Amazon.com and our website, carolinacooking.tv.
Welcome back to Carolina Cooking. I'm here with Chef Darren, and we are ready to make some stuffing and stuff some bird.
Okay, we just finished cooking our onions a little
Okay.
while ago. Those finished caramelizing. We put those in to cool those down a bit. We're going to be cooking this immediately today, so I just let them cool to the touch. If we're going to prepare these in advance, you want to chill them completely because you don't want to stuff the chicken with the warm filling.
Okay, because they are a little warm to touch
Still a
for us
little
right
warm.
now.
Okay.
Alrighty, so what do we
Now,
put in there?
For the rest of the filling, we're going to add, we've already pre-zested 2 lemons.
Okay.
The zest is the colored part of the lemon peel. That's what gives us the flavor. The oils are there.
outside,
So
but
we're
not
put,
to the white.
We're going to put that not to the white.
right.
We're going to go ahead and put all that in there.
Okay.
And then we're also going to add about a tablespoon of lemon juice to this. You can just eyeball it in. There you go. Okay. Sure, a little bit more than a
Yeah, you know, I like
tablespoon.
lemon.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we're gonna
Already
we
messing
need
up.
to grate
Man.
some cheese.
Grate some cheese. All
Just,
right, newfangled cheese
Yes,
grater
we're gonna
here.
put a block of cheese in there.
Okay.
And then you just there you go.
Okay.
Just up and down. We want about 2/3 of a cup. Okay, let's see. That should be about right. Yeah, just a touch more. To go with the lemon juice. Okay, stop. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, we can go ahead and plop that in here.
All right.
And then olives. Now we're going to use this before you go dumping those in.
Okay.
We're going to use this for 2 different preparations. So we need some of that for our vinaigrette later on.
About
so
half?
You can add about 2/3 of that here.
2/3 of this. Okay.
Okay.
Mind the fingers.
And
2/3. Exactly. I think that's 2/3.
we're going to add some salt.
Some salt. Ooh, and
You want it just a little bit because you remember your olives are.
Okay.
I'll let you do the pepper. The olives are a little bit salty, and you have the cheese too.
I don't know why
You
they
can
do
do
that
your
at
Benihana.
Benihana, but they
It-
tap it a lot.
It
It helps, right?
It helps. Actually,
It's a chef thing.
it does help loosen up the peppercorn.
Alrighty.
So that, okay, we got that. You can go ahead and mix that up.
Okay.
And then we're going to do some basil for the filling of this. Have you ever heard the term chiffonade?
No.
Clearly that would be a
Yeah, no,
right?
no, no.
I can tell. Okay. A chiffonade just means a julienne of any leafy green. You don't see it in recipes too much, mostly on menus, because the more descriptions, more adjectives we put on a menu, the more we can charge you.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, chicken breast on a bed of lettuce we can only sell for $5.95, but chiffonade we can charge you $9.95.
That just ups it all the way.
So what we're going to do is you're going to stack those up.
Okay.
Yeah, let's throw in one more. We have one left.
One more?
Good
Fantastic.
measure. Stack those up, and you're going to roll those up nice and tight.
All right.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. You're looks like
Nice and
you've
tight.
rolled leaves before, huh?
Oh, stop
Okay.
it. Stop it,
Okay,
kids.
so
Seriously, don't.
what we're going to do, because you
Just making a
do
joke,
this dish all the
kids.
time, right?
Send your letters
Okay.
to Chef Darren.
Now we're gonna just short forward strokes with the back end of that blade, and there you go.
Just tiny ones?
Yep, just move right across the.
Do you ever
leaves
notice
there.
a lot of
It's gonna
chefs don't have thumbs? My thumb just wants to creep out there and just get taken away
It
by the
all
leg.
takes you've had a lifetime to develop bad habits. Now we got to get you over those and.
Am
move
I
forward.
done? Is
Once
this enough
once
basil?
you get it all done,
All right.
yep, go over that, and then
Whew.
you just kind of fluff it up, and we have nice julienne of leafy greens.
I always like to fluff my basil
And
before
we're
I
going
do
to-
anything else with it.
Just give that a quick chop.
I forgot that. I just
It's
spent all
about
that time
practice.
julienne
Well,
on
you
the-
know, you can julienne
All
some more,
right.
and
Throw 'em
you'll be
in.
a perfectionist. Okay, Mix that up.
All right,
We've got
we're
our
ready to
filling
stuff a
done.
bird?
We're ready to stuff the bird.
Need any garlic
We're going
in there?
to.
We're going to put
We're gonna do the garlic on the outside. Okay, let's move. Let me trade places with you. We'll put that over there.
Right.
And then we're going to
running out of space over here.
Use a new cutting board so that we don't have to worry about the raw chicken there.
All right.
What we're going to do is we're going to one chicken breast for you, one for me.
All right, I'm going to get a new knife because we're doing chicken.
And what we're going to do is we're going to place it so that this long side of the chicken breast, that's going to be away from you. Okay, so you're going to turn that the other way around. Because on the shorter side right here, I'm I'm holding my knife flat, parallel with the cutting board, and I'm sticking the knife in. Watch me here real quick first. And then I'm kind of angling around so that I can cut a pocket. So if we're in good luck, we don't actually cut through the bottom there.
Which way am I going? This way with the knife or this way?
You're actually, see, that's going to be,
am I cutting in here?
No, you're cutting on this side.
All right, I got it.
Okay.
All right, I can only mess it up one time.
Okay, and if you hold your hold your fingers that way, then you're not going to be as likely to cut them.
I think I might.
Okay, angle your knife.
I'm angling down.
You want to kind of stop. You want to kind of okay, just
okay. I think we have a pocket.
You got a pocket.
I'm calling
Perfect.
It a pocket.
You got a great pocket there. The smaller the hole though, the less you'll have the chance for the filling to seep out.
Okay.
So that's the reason why it's better to stick it in and then angle around.
Okay.
Instead of cutting all the way down.
All right, so we're ready to...
Now we're going to bring the filling over.
Bring our mixture back in.
And we're going to just take about 2 tablespoons worth, and we're going to stuff that into the back and all the way down. You want to go both ends of the chicken breast.
Stuffing in there.
As full as possible.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more on mine.
And what do we put on top of this?
And then now we're going to put this on the plate, and we're going to season this.
All right.
With some olive oil.
Okay.
And some salt and pepper. So
all right.
Go ahead
if you'll
and
grab the salt
that.
and pepper, I'll give you some olive oil here. All right.
And
perfect.
We have some garlic there.
Some garlic.
And you have the pepper down there on your side as well.
So
just rub the garlic on there.
Too much or just
a little less. Take half that off and put it on the other chicken.
Okay.
And you'll have plenty.
But I like a garlic.
Okay, then you can do more. It's up to you. But if you get too much on there, because this is going to take a while to grill, it's going to end up getting charred and bitter tasting.
Okay.
So you want just a little bit.
And we got our vegetables that we got to put on the grill too.
So if you hand me that bowl, we're going to do the same thing. Some olive oil.
Olive oil.
And I'll add some salt. And you can throw in the garlic and the...
A little garlic, as much,
and
about that much.
You throw it all in if you want. Okay, and black pepper.
Pepper.
And now, presentation for the chicken breast, that smooth side, the skin side, that's the one we want to put down first. We get nice grill marks.
Okay.
So we're going to put that on our grill. And then we're going to throw your vegetables on there. Just toss them on.
All of a sudden, toss them.
Just toss them on.
Woo! Now this is my kind of.
There we go. Easy.
Messy.
Just toss it and dump it.
Alrighty, fantastic. Well, that looks good. When we come back, we're going to have to flip these when Carolina Cooking continues.
You can find the secret recipes of the best chefs in the Carolinas, all in one book, the Carolina Cooking Cookbook. Find the Carolina Cooking Cookbook in Amazon.com and our website, carolinacooking.tv.
Welcome back to Carolina Cooking. It's time for us to flip our breasts.
And if you use a spatula so that you can get it without crunching that filling. There you go.
It smells incredible. It looks good.
There we go.
Oh,
and then the vegetables you want to give
a quick turn. Need
a
to put a little
turn
salt
to.
on the other side? Or
we can throw a little bit on there, just a touch, not too much.
Well, in fact, I'm going to put you in charge of all this right here. I need to speak to our wine expert, Eris Ragazeas, and find out what wine would be best paired with this.
Okay.
Hello there, Eris. Well, we just put the chicken on the grill there. Eris Ragazeas is our wine expert. Just put the chicken on the grill. We've been stuffing it with some olives. We also put some lemon zest in there. Also a little bit of lemon in there. And some grilled vegetables are starting to look good.
Well, you're going to need something that's a fairly complex wine to deal with this, and something with a lot of richness to it.
Well, you're the man to go to.
I've got a wine here that we got from the Kessler selection at the mansion on Forsyth Park. The winery is Flora Springs, and the winery and the wine's name is Soliloquy.
Soliloquy. Is that a grape? Is that where would they come up with a name like that?
Oftentimes wineries give special proprietary names to their special wines. Soliloquy means a elegant monologue. And what they're trying to say here is that this wine is an elegant expression of a single grape
Sort of
variety.
like, oh, pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am so meek and gentle with these butchers. Thou art the ruins of the noblest kind that ever lived in the tide of...
I wasn't expecting that.
Well, Julius Caesar, sorry.
Okay.
There's depths to me, too, Eris.
Well, I hope this stands up to that sort of a monologue.
Absolutely. Now, I understand these guys here, this winery, they're a bit of risk takers, aren't they?
They sort of broke conventional wisdom. If you're going to make an expensive, top-of-the-line white wine, generally you go to a white wine region like Monterey and plant Chardonnay. These guys went to Oakville in the Napa Valley, which is prime Cabernet country, and planted Sauvignon Blanc.
That could go horribly wrong.
Or you can hit a home run.
Really?
And they hit a home run with this.
Well, let's see.
What gives this wine its special character is the fact that Oakville is a very warm climate, and so this is going to be a Sauvignon Blanc that has a lot of rich fruits, a lot of rich depth to it, a lot of fig and melon flavors coming out besides the usual, pungent herbal aromas of and flavors of Sauvignon Blanc. Wow.
Very good, very tasty. I like it.
Very tasty, and it still has that zing of acidity that's needed to balance things off, but it's a little richer than most Sauvignons.
Well, I've got to get my chicken off the grill, and I
Okay.
got to get the vegetables off, and I got to try to make it as pretty as this one looks. So if you'll excuse me, I got to get on back when Carolina Cooking continues.
You can find the secret recipes of the best chefs in the Carolinas, all in one book, the Carolina Cooking Cookbook. Find the Carolina Cooking Cookbook in Amazon.com and our website, carolinacooking.tv.
Welcome back to Carolina Cooking. I'm here with Chef Darren, and our chicken is ready to come off the old grill.
We can go ahead and pull that off
I
now.
will, and put it up here, right?
We'll get that on there. That way it can cool a little bit and
Okay.
continue cooking so it doesn't
Fantastic.
overcook. The vegetables can come off too.
Okey-dokey.
And then we'll be ready to finish off our vinaigrette.
I've never made a vinaigrette in my life, so what do I need to
Very
do first?
simple, very easy. Actually, what we're going to do first, we need some lemon zest in here for the garnish.
Lemon.
And
Got
we're going
lemon.
to use the zester here. We want
Zester.
those looped ends are going to help us pull off nice long strips. You want to anchor your thumb at the bottom. There you go.
Okay, and just
And
pull.
just pull. You got to, use quite a bit of force. And we're going to,
Okay.
that's going to be part of our garnish for the, it's going to add lots of flavor, but it's also going to garnish the sauce itself. So go
Watch
ahead
your
and do
eyes.
that whole,
I
I
see.
just
I
need
see
my
juice
safety goggles.
spraying. Safety first.
Safety. I
Seriously, safety
actually had a
first.
student that used to wear safety goggles.
Oh,
when he had
really?
the zest. It was pretty funny.
Alrighty.
So.
Is that about enough? If I can keep it in the actual-
Yes. Actually, we need
the whole.
the whole lemon, ideally, but I think we probably made up for it with your lemon juice earlier, so we're still
Okay.
going to have plenty of
All
flavor
right.
in there. So now to that, we're going to add our lemon juice, what's left of what we had earlier,
Okay.
and go ahead and pour that in. And a lot of vinaigrettes will tell you to season with salt and pepper at the end, but the problem is that the oil keeps the salt from dissolving quickly and giving you the full flavor impact. So we're going to add the salt right now.
Just a pinch.
Just a pinch.
Alrighty.
And we're going to add some fresh ground black pepper.
I don't know which
Give us lots
shoulder
of good
good luck
flavor.
is, so I'll do
Just
both.
do both, that
Yep.
way you're covered either way.
Okay.
And then we're going to take, if you want to go ahead and lift the basil leaves. The basil leaves, if it hasn't gotten too dark, which these are in pretty good shape,
Out of
are
our
going to
oil?
be nice and crispy. If you lay those on there, we can potentially use those as a garnish. They're going to have lots of flavor. They're nice and crisp and crunchy.
Ooh, fancy.
And we can lay that on top or just have it as a little cook's treat. So now we have our oil. Now, before we add this in there, we want to whisk.
Okay.
So if
I
you
can
want to
do that.
whisk, we're going to form a loose emulsion. It's not going to stay together, but we want to drizzle it in there so that it will blend together. And
Okay.
come
Pour it
together.
in. Bring
So
it on.
Stand back a little
Just-
bit.
no,
There we
I'm-
go.
Is this really going to be a problem?
Nope, there you go. Okay. Maybe
come back
You're
now?
okay. You
All right.
continue whisking that.
I'm whisking.
And we're going to add our chopped olives to this.
Alrighty. And
And there we go.
all right.
So now let's feel, we heated up, let's just put that, I'm going to put that back on the stove for a little bit while we cut up our chicken. You want this to be good and warm. I heated up that oil first before we started, but we want this good and warm. So we're going to put that back on.
Fantastic.
And now we need to get our chicken ready for plating.
Okay.
So if you
I'll
want
need some
to, you're going to need
tongs.
those tongs.
I'll grab us a chicken.
And go ahead
I like
and take
this
one.
one right here. This
We want to
one.
cut this so that your guests can actually see the filling. So
Okay.
I usually like to recommend about a diagonal cut there.
Okay.
Right
Like this?
like that. That would be good.
Slicing. On the bias.
On the bias.
I was reading my little chef dummies, chefs for dummies book.
And there we go.
All right. And like this.
There we
or-
go.
Sideways
Yeah,
action.
more the other way so that you can see the filling. Because remember that the bottom of the plate there's what the guests are going to see.
Little vegetables.
And then we need some vegetables arranged on there.
All right.
And
That's my own twist. Right there.
and now if you want to
Okay.
fish out some of the zest and stuff, actually some of the, there we go. Use this and then
Okay.
we'll drizzle that one over.
All right. So a little
So
zest and
little
stuff.
zest over the
right here on
chicken to
top.
garnish that.
Fantastic. Okay.
And then just drizzle some of that vinaigrette over there. And a little over the vegetables too. There we go, that's enough. Not
Try to keep it
too
off the
much.
edge?
Try to keep it off the edge.
Well, let me get you a little glass of wine, some soliloquy here, and then we'll taste that chicken. It smells so incredible.
Thank you.
Right there for you. Little knife and fork action here. Ready?
Good one.
Oh, that is good. That is fantastic. You should definitely give it a try. Oh, very good. To find out more about the recipe, the wine, the chef, or the cooking school here at the Mansion on Forsyth, visit carolinacooking.tv. I'm Tom Zelenka, and that's Carolina Cooking.
Go to carolinacooking.tv for the recipes featured on this show. Plus, on carolinacooking.tv, you'll find more information on the wine, chefs, and foods of Carolina Cooking. That's carolinacooking.tv.
Carolina Cooking is filmed on location in 700 Kitchen Cooking School at the Mansion on Forsyth Park Hotel in Savannah, Georgia. For details on their hands-on cooking classes, call 888-711-5114 to book a class.